And welcome back. Well, if you felt like you've cooked thousands of meals these past 2 weeks, you are not alone.
I definitely feel like that. Well, with the stay-at-home order, most families are home and eating all 3 meals and more in the kitchen. I know I feel like if I'm not cooking, I'm either cleaning up or preparing to cook
So much
again.
cleaning.
Yeah, so our holistic nutritionist, Maria Weil, joins us with some tips to stay healthy and stay sane during this time of daily family meals. Hey, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hey, guys.
Great to see you. I think, and sometimes I say to my kids, okay, the kitchen is closed now. Like it's closed for a couple of hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know for myself the other day, I said to Josh, my husband, I'm like, I'm done. Like, it just gets to be a lot. And it's like the moment it's clean, you have to start making the next meal.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, so talk a little bit about why you think it's so important to create a schedule for meals.
Well, most of us would be on a schedule if things were what they were maybe even a month ago, right? Your kids during the school week, there's some schedule in terms of when they eat. And right now it's kind of a crapshoot. And this really being maybe the first week where there isn't any spring break, things are really starting to set in. To have a set schedule of when breakfast, lunch, and dinner are and have it posted. So like have it
Cute.
somewhere either on your refrigerator, have an alarm on your kids' phones or tablets so they know that's when they're eating. And then those are the meals that it's kind of like fill up and then you're done until lunch, right? And so I think having people know when they're eating, have your kids know, it keeps it from being this revolving door of prepping and cooking and cleaning all day long.
Well, and I love your ideas of having snacks available and snacking smartly and just having things go to grab, because that's, I think, what parents experience a lot too, is like, I'm hungry, and they're digging through cupboards in the pantry and you're trying to get them out of there.
Right. Or you know, one of them wakes up and eats breakfast at 7, the next one wakes up and eats breakfast at 8, and then all of a sudden the one at 7 is back at 9:30. I'm hungry, Mom, can you make me something? And so having stuff that's out and having that be kind of freebie food, so having a big bowl of fresh fruit on the counter or on your kitchen table, having some cut up veggies or some trail mix or something that, you know, your kids, for the most part, depending on age, if they're hungry, they know that's your freebie food. You can go and grab that. Mom or dad doesn't need to be part of that. Like, you can eat that in between meals if you find yourself hungry.
I love that.
Yeah.
I also love your idea about assigning them a meal so that they're really involved in getting it on the table.
Yeah, you know, it's shown that the more kids are involved in making food, the more apt they are to eat new food or try different foods. So if you're like, hey, we're going to try this new meal, and they're not part of the creation, they're probably less apt to be like, wait, cool, I'm really excited for it. But getting them involved by either the making of it, which I know doesn't always make things easier for parents, but even if your kids are old enough, you know, I'd say anyone over 9 or 10, they can choose what the meal is, right? Give them some choice in it, and that gives them a little bit of autonomy, and maybe have some loose rules around that. So if let's say it's someone's time to choose lunch and they're like, I want frozen pizza, make a rule that like there has to be some sort of vegetable to it. So whether we're putting spinach on top of the frozen pizza, or we're having carrot sticks, or we're having maybe leftover roasted vegetables from the night before, make these like little, you know, these little guidelines whenever they're picking that meal. So then one, it takes it off of you to figure out, like, you have to recreate these masterpieces every time you get in the kitchen.
All right, I love your last point, and everybody wants to know, how do we deal with leftovers and reduce our waste?
Right. So, you know, I'm not a huge batch cooking person of like making food and having it throughout the week. But if you're going to make a meal, make it so you at least have something the next day. And my biggest tip is taking all your fresh produce that kind of needs to be eaten, saute it in the pan, you know, make almost like this big stir fry, and then pull out the leftovers, pull out the grains, pull out the meat, pull out, you know, hummus, whatever it is. Put that all out on the table or on the cover and have it kind of make a build your own bowl, right? So you might have a vegetarian in the house, you might have a meat eater, you might have someone who's dairy free, but if you have fixings that they can add and have your base be vegetables, all of a sudden now everyone's appetite and everyone's tastes are going to be met without you having to make 4 different meals for 4 different people.
All right, I must see a new picture of your son, because
Give it up.
He was the most adorable baby ever. Look at him. How old is he?
He turned 2 actually on Sunday. It was
Oh,
his
what
birthday.
is he eating there?
I don't. Grilled cheese. Yeah, it was a grilled cheese.
Oh, you probably can't see it, but it looks like he's eating with chopsticks too, which is adorable.
Oh, yeah. Making it fun. I mean, he's not really eating with chopsticks, but even if you have kids who are older, like make eating more interactive. I mean, trying to get them excited about it is hard. So doing the best you can.
He's so
Great
cute.
ideas, Maria. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, and if you missed any of these ideas and you want to rewatch this segment, head to our website, themorningblend.com.